Please join me as we take a virtual tour of the backyard trail. Notice the notice sign, and now we're going to begin the backyard trail. We're walking forward, and we're going to pay close attention to the directional arrows and make sure we stay on the path to avoid any dangers. So we're continuing to move forward. We have an arrow coming up ahead telling us to keep going straight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn in the direction of the arrow and continue down our trail. There's another arrow telling us to keep straight ahead. So we're going to do so. And we notice there's also an arrow straight ahead that's pointing toward the right. So as we approach this area, instead of going straight, we're going to turn right. So right now we're turning right. This is more like a circle drive. So we're going to circle around and we're going to continue down the trail. We're continuing. We're getting ready to approach a corner. So we're going to turn the corner. We notice there's a sign here that says slow down, sharp curve ahead. So let's pay attention to that. So we're going to continue down. And if we've been warned that there's a sharp curve, so we've got to pay close attention to the sharp curve that is approaching. Continue walking. And here it is. Here's the sharp curve. So we're going to turn the curve, and we notice the curve also goes downhill. So let's watch your step. Slowly go down the hill. Whoa. And we're going to continue down our trail. There's no arrows here because there's only one way to go, which is straight. So we're going to continue straight down the trail. Enjoying nature as we were intended to enjoy. Okay, there's an arrow approaching on the left. It's pointing toward the left. So we're going to go in that direction. Instead of turning to the right, we're going to go in the direction of the arrow and continue. And we notice as we continue, we're going up the hill. Up, 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 up the hill. Wow. On the far right, there's a sign. This was a location once, I believe. It may have been an outhouse. And that's just the remains of the outhouse. Because in times past, people did not have the luxury of being inside or having inside toiletry. So the family had to come out to outhouses that allowed them to take care of privy things that had to be done. So let's continue down our trail. Let's continue. You notice the canines are enjoying the trail as well. Okay, there's an arrow here. It's pointing to go in this direction. You can either go this direction. You notice there's two arrows ahead. We have three choices. We're going to proceed on around. So we're going to continue. Instead of taking that direction, we're going to proceed around so we'll be able to hit all aspects of our trail. So we're going to continue. There's another hill approaching. So let's climb the hill. A nice thing about this trail is it's natural terrain. Everything is not level. It's like the natural terrain you would expect. So we're going to approach. And you notice it's coming out, but it is going to circle around because there are arrows ahead. The arrow says bear to the right. So we're going to bear to the right and continue on our trail. The trail continues and it's going in the other direction. So let's continue down our trail. There's another curve approaching. So we're going to have to proceed with caution. So we're going to turn the corner, proceeding with caution. And up ahead, you notice, you can tell it's going to be hilly terrain. It's like a roller coaster, so we're going to have an opportunity to go up, down, up, down. So we're going down, flat ground, down, up, down, and now it's time to turn another corner. So as we turn this corner, there's another sign straight up ahead. And this sign, as we get closer, let's notice what the sign says. Okay, let's get closer to it so we can actually see the sign. It says, slow down, sharp curve ahead. So let's be mindful of that. We're going to turn this curve. It says a sharp curve is ahead, so we should expect a sharp curve. So we're going to continue. Here's the sharp curve. So let's turn to the right on this sharp curve. And we're going to continue. Here's the trail. Let's continue. We're going up the hill again. Here's the arrow telling us to continue in this direction. Yes, this is an awfully long trail. We're going to continue walking down our trail. And this time we're going to bear to the right to see what the trail offers on the right. The last time we passed through here, we bore to the right. This time we're going to bear to the left. So we're approaching 2 arrows. Okay. You notice the 2 arrows? We can take the right or the left. If we take the right, we can just go through a circle. So let's go ahead and go to the right and just circle around so we can hit all aspects of our trail. We're going to circle around, just making a circle. This is like a circle drive, another circle drive. So we're just circling around. We're going to come back out where we started. And when we come back out, you notice those are those 2 arrows again. This time, instead of bearing to the right, we're going to bear to the left and continue up the trail. Here we can either go to the left, the right, or we can go down the middle. We can go this direction, the right, the left, or the middle. We're going to take the middle route. So we're going to go through the middle. As we approach, there's an old car. These cars were a lot stronger than they were, or they're a lot stronger in past days than they are in these days. This is an old truck. It may be worth a lot now because it's a very old truck. The people who drove the truck have long passed away. And let's continue. We're coming down the trail, still walking. Trail has not ended. We have not been in this direction yet. On the far left, the only thing left is a chimney. This was a house that was built a long time ago. The only thing remaining of the house is a chimney. So we'll continue down our trail. When we come to this area, we can either bear to the right or bear to the left. We're going to bear to the right and form a circle and then come back through. So we're going to go in this direction of this arrow. We're going to continue and we're going to make a circle. So we're continuing around the circle. When we get around the circle, we're going to be at the exact same point where we started, where we make our decision either to go right or go left. The first time we went left, so the second time we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're continuing around our circle, and this time we took the right, and we're going to turn right again. Notice the arrow here is pointing to the right. So let's continue. And we're going to go back to our starting point. So we're back to our starting point. Hopefully you enjoyed this tour. All of this area was once just trees. The area has been, in order to make the trail, it was necessary to cut a lot of trees. The path that you see now, once upon a time, there were trees all in this area, but clearly there's a clear path for people to enjoy nature.